Flosstube. I'm Jem, and this is my channel, Stitch and Jem. And it's been 2 weeks, and I'm back. And so I'm going to try to stick to this schedule. I think I have enough to show and hopefully enough to share that everybody will see something that they like, and it won't be too quick of a video and it won't be too long of a video. So I'm going to try to come back every 2 weeks. For anybody that is new, welcome, and anybody that is returning, thank you so much for coming back and watching my videos. I really appreciate it. Okay, so I have some whips. I do have one small finish. I am also preparing to go to my retreat at my local needlework group shop at Prairie Primitives, and I have some things that I want to share with some of the attendees that might be watching. I'm going to be bringing some things for our drum making class, but I'll share that a little bit later in the video. So I just want to get started with thanks also. Thank you for everybody that was praying for my mom and that has wished me well wishes and who commented on my last video. I really appreciate that. So now we'll get started with the stitchy stuff. I do have a finish and a new design board because Lori Holt came out with her new typography design boards, and the 14-inch one was in yellow. So I just went ahead and picked it up. But I wanted to show you, this is a small finish for the top of my drum that we're going to be learning how to make a drum at the Stitching on the Prairie retreat that's going to be next weekend. So you had to get your stitch piece done. This took me 2 days to do, and it is from the Hands-On Design Well-Rounded Perennial Pinwheels, and you can see it right there. There are some more like doodads here that within this middle part, but I kind of liked it more plain Jane. And so you'll see that could have made it like this, or I could have just made it a really clear kind of like quilt block is what it looks like for me. So got that, and I just love these designs. Any of them would have worked, but I just had the perfect fabric. I stitched this on, I believe it was, I know it was 40 count Fox and Rabbit, what is it, Ancient Ruin. So I got that the last time I was at the attic, and I thought it was the absolute perfect fabric for this particular piece. So there's my finish. It's small, but it's still a finish. I'm still counting it. And now I'm ready for the retreat. Well, kind of ready. My gifts aren't done, but they will be done. And so I can put that on my finish list for the year. They're so few and far between. Okay, now I have some whips. I was working on, well, I was telling my friends that I was feeling like some, not old school, but like original, not recent Me-Teresa Kogut. I was in the feels for that. And so we picked, I've been a Patreon forever, but we picked the Remember Me chart by Me-Teresa Kogut, and that's just a digital rendering, but it is so pretty. And my friend Sheila has it broken up into 12 pieces, 12 parts, 12 assignments. But this is mine. Sorry about the hanging threads, but I was actively working on it. And I just love the colors. It's all the called for DMC. I didn't use any of the fancy floss because I just thought the DMC on this fabric looks so good. This fabric is 40 count, something by Seraphim, I do know that. It is 40 count, no, Boardwalk by Color and Cotton. And there it goes. It's really hard to capture on camera and like on pictures, but it's really, really pretty. So I love all the funky flowers. They're all a little bit different, but I just thought my fabric and what it looks like on this digital rendering was very similar, so I thought it would play well together, and it does. So that is my Remember Me by Teresa Kogut. And I know a lot of people have stitched this and are stitching it, and it's just a really beautiful chart. And I can't wait to have it done. So that is Remember Me. My next whip is Merry Autumn Pinkeep by Stacy Nash. A lot of people are stitching this for Tara's half birthday. And I already had this started, so I thought I'd join in on the fun. And so I am stitching mine on 40 count hot cocoa using all of the called for. And I worked on these flowers, like I had the pumpkin in and I had these little berries or flowers or whatever in her garden, but I really wanted to work on these flowers and get up to the moon that's right here. I just ran out of steam and ran out of time that day. Work has been crazy. And I've talked about it before, but I converted her to me because in the original she has like ghost white skin, and I think a lot of people are going to change that. I don't know if she's supposed to be a ghost, but I don't really know anybody with that fair skin. But this is my Merry Autumn Pinkeep. And I just really love the fabric. It looks really, really good. So I'm having fun on that, and I want to keep on working on that, but I know that everybody's talking about the Christmas feels starting, and I'm not a super big Christmas stitcher, but with the Jingle Ball coming up, I am going to take the class for the pairs from Annie B's, and so I might have to get a start on that. Okay, my next whip is my only whip go call for the month of October, and it's Sarah Milthorp, 1834, and I absolutely love this. This was the first chart, the first kit that I ever bought from the attic when I went there for the first time ever. And it's been on my whip go board all year, and all year it hasn't been called. All year I've been waiting for this to be called, and I was just like, oh, I'm going to be able to work on it all year, and it's going to be, I'm going to get so much progress done, but it's okay. It finally got called. Let me see if I can get that in there. So I'm stitching this with all the called for soie d'Alger, and I don't think I'm doing a very good job. There we go. And so I know a lot of people don't like the creme brulee, or they had a very strongly modeled piece of creme brulee from Tabby Cat, but mine was perfect. Like, mine was absolutely perfect. And I just feel like it's just enough modeling, and that's why I started it where I did. I could have started it, you know, lower there, but I just thought that this was the right part. And I didn't have anything done except for this top border, I think, last time, and this. And then I filled it in some of that with the X's there, and then I took this side border all the way down. So this got the bones all the way down because the flowers are a lot of different colors, and so I feel like once I get the bones in, I could go through and do all of the ones that are a certain color and do all of the other ones that are a certain color, and it would just be easier to get the border done like that. I want so badly to start getting in here, like I could easily from the border just go across and start doing these, but I know if I do that, then I'm going to go across and I'm going to do the other one of these. But I'm going to work on this. I still have, I think I need 5 more days according to my whip go board, and I'm going to continue to work on the bones of the border because it's really is easy. And then once I have eaten my vegetables, then I'll start on all of the fun colors and the house and because it would be very easy to work on these motifs to get to the house and get some of that structure done. This chart is really not that big, and all of the motifs, it's very symmetrical, which I love. You know, these are the same for the most part. You know, these are all the same. These are different colors, but same motif, and so on and so forth. So it'll be pretty easy to tackle once I have gotten the finickiness of the border done. But I just really love the chart. Hands Across the Sea has really great charts. Some people don't like color charts, but for me, if I'm not stitching off my iPad, which I have the hard copy for this because I wasn't stitching off my iPad then, I really enjoy a large color chart. And that's exactly what she offers. So happy to have that. Okay, and talk about my yearly sales. I have been working on my Fox and Rabbit Cloister Garden, and I am quite far ahead of everybody because I'm into November, because I get a month ahead to check the pattern. And so I can't show my progress on it, but I've been spending quite a bit of time stitching on that. So that's why my whip count is a little bit down. And then also I've been having a little bit of, I just can't find something that I'm just loving to stitch on, and I'm just like addicted to it to where I can stick with it. I don't know why. My last and final whip is Put a Bird on It. And this is broken up by my friend Gina so that we could do full motifs according to the month. And I have done, this is what I worked on this last time, and I've completed this motif. Now I just need to get this done, this, and I'll be done. So it's another one where I just don't know why I haven't been able to just stick with it. But here is my Put a Bird on It. And so many people have finished this, and I want to finish mine. I love this so much. And it's a really fun stitch. I just don't know if I've been having a little bit of lack of stitchy bug lately, or I've just been super busy with work. You know, it's probably all of the above. I'm stitching this on 40 count. Maple bar, no, 40 count. I know it's something by Cedar River Linen. Pyrite by Cedar River Linen. And her linen is so nice. It really is nice. I like it because it's tight, and so on 40 count the coverage is good. So that is my Put a Bird on It and my final whip. And it doesn't seem like a lot, but it is a lot. If only I didn't have to work. What is going on with my hair, per usual? And so that is what I've been working on. I can't wait to show you guys Cloister Garden when it's all finished, because that'll probably be when I finish it. I know that November's going to be here before I know it, my birthday month, and I'll get the final part for Cloister Garden, and I'll just move forward and start stitching on December, so I won't really be able to show. Okay, I have a little bit of haul, but I want to talk first about some stitchy kindness that I got. I met Jenny, the Calculated Stitcher, when I was at summer school this year. It was my first time ever meeting her, and I was so excited to meet her. And we got to talking, and she started watching my channel, and we just been friends ever since. She has come to Oklahoma. I missed her, unfortunately, but she came to Oklahoma for a retreat at the Silver Needle, and when she did, she stopped in the Prairie Moon and brought me some goodies. And so I was not expecting any of the things at all. we talked a little bit about her giving me a hats chart, and I think she forgot it, which is fine, because she gave me so many other things. So first, what I first saw and squealed about was my project bag. And she had a couple of these on her D-Stash Etsy shop. So I don't know if she has any left, but she gifted me this one. And if anybody is new and they don't know, my husband is a cattle rancher. And we live out in the middle of nowhere. And my favorite color is yellow. So this bag was meant for me. And I love project bags. Look at the inside of this. So this would have been 1000% enough right here. But there's more. So there was a bag within it. She crocheted me this flower. Look how perfect it is. And so I'm going to put that on my bag. Everything is very yellow forward. Floss bling. Waxer. Like, this is too pretty to use. I don't know if you guys can see it. There you go. So cute. Little Kohana bag. So I have another one of these now because I do have one and I love it. I keep all of my yellow stuff in it. And yellow Kohana. I think this is for your needles. I'm almost positive, like a needle. I want to say sharpener, but I don't think that's right. But I have one of these too, and I did not know exactly. But this is gorgeous, and anything from Kohana, I love. And so I was going crazy enough, and I thought, oh, this is so nice. This is too much, and then I open it to this. She got me a yellow hand and lock case, and as if the outside is not beautiful enough, this is perfect yellow. Look at the inside of this. So I get to keep all of my Stitchy goodies in here. Look at the inside. So thank you so much, Jenny. I appreciate you so much. You did not have to do this right in time for my birthday. You did not have to do this. And these are little elastic things where you can keep literally anything. I don't know, like, if I have anything pretty enough to go in this, but I'm gonna find something because I just love this. It's so gorgeous. And that's all embroidered. So thank you so much. I so appreciate you, and I need to get to Texas and come see you, but it'll have to be after your surgery on Monday. So she's having surgery on Monday. For anybody that's the praying kind, please pray for my friend. And I know everything's gonna be perfect, and she's gonna have a little bit of downtime. So thank you so much, Jenny. I appreciate you, and I love my gifts, and I'm so grateful for them. And again, I'm just sending you all the prayers and well wishes for your surgery on the 20th. Okay, so next bit of, now that was all of the Stitchy kindness, but that was plenty. And my next order of business, and this is all haul, is my friend Audrey, Stitch Bead. She is having a birthday, and it's Sunday the 19th. And she is having a birthday start, and her birthday start is Sarah Stewart Hardman by Needlework Press. So first of all, I love Needlework Press. I love this chart. I was so excited when she said that this was going to be her birthday start. So this is obviously the original. Here is a digital rendering on the back. If the original is a little bit to the point where you can't really see it, but it's gorgeous. So she is starting this. Anybody who would like to join her, we are going to start on Sunday. And I'm going to show you what I plan to stitch my Sarah Stewart Hardman with and in. So, of course, I could have very easily got the Classic Colorworks or the, I think there's a DMC conversion, and then there's also Tudor Silk. Audrey is going to be using the Tudor Silk because she is stitching hers on 56 count. I am stitching mine on 46 count Steinbeck by Needle and Flax. Okay, nobody wants to see the price tag on that. And I am using the Vicki Clayton Silk Pack. And yes, these are Audrey's floss tags. Yes, they're my favorite. She has some new ones and I cannot wait to get them, but I don't have to wait until January when I see her. But look at this. So these colors on this fabric, and I don't know how many of you have stitched with 46 count using the Vicki Clayton silks, but it's a very, very, very nice combination. They are thinner silks, so they work perfectly. The coverage is really good on 46 count. 40 count, it's up for debate. Some people like it and some people don't. Definitely not 36 count. I don't think many people care for the coverage with Vicki Clayton silks on 36 count. But this is a chart. These are the colors that I'm using. And join us. I'm so excited to start this because I've wanted to start this chart for a while, and now I'm going to get to do it with this combination, and I just love it. I am loving this. So DMC, Classic Colorworks, or Tudor Silks, or Vicki Clayton Silks, because she does have these floss packs available. This came really quick, and it was not expensive. It wasn't super expensive, I'll just say that. I don't know, you know, whatever's in your price range, if you want to start this with this. And I just pulled this fabric from my stash because I have a lot of Needle and Flax fabric, and so I'm super excited to get that started. And the Vicki Clayton silks and the chart were both a part of my haul. And then Audrey's favorite color is red, and so I thought this bag was perfect that I just got from Nicole's Needleworks. So that's a part of plans, and it's going to be a start. A few other things that I got as far as haul. I got all my floss clubs. I got my September Weeks Dye Works from Fat Quarter Shop. I got my October Classic Colorworks from Fat Quarter Shop. I got my October Belle Soie from Fat Quarter Shop. And then I like to show these. I got my flosses. I'm almost positive this is for October, from Happy Little Stitch Shop. And it's all of the Gentle Arts threads. So green tea leaf. Really pretty. Harvest Basket. And these are in alphabetical order, but look how fall they are. Green Pasture. Green Apple. Let's see. That's blowing out a little bit, but. And Grecian Gold. Ooh, I love that. That's such a great fall color. So I got those. And I got my Hands Across the Sea 2026 calendar. We also got the digital copy of the blessing sampler that she provided. I probably will do another Hands Across the Sea smaller red sampler for my blessing sampler for 2026. I liked it, but I just don't think it's large enough for what I want for my blessing sampler. And I don't want to do a flip through because a lot of times people want to be surprised when they receive theirs, and I'm not sure that everybody has received theirs. But the cover is just stunning, and I mean, I love this. This right here. I love this whole. So it's just beautiful, and every chart for every month is beautiful, just like it was for this year. So I was excited to get that. And that's all my haul. Wasn't that much. It's only been 2 weeks, and I've been trying to hold back a little bit. I did want to talk a little bit about the Stitching on the Prairie Retreat. I have one more piece of haul. Actually, I lied. I bought the PDF for As the Crow Flies Pinkeep by Stacy Nash. I really, really like this, and I was going to try to finish Merry Autumn Pinkeep by Stacy Nash before I started this, but I went ahead and purchased it, and I was talking to my friend Gina, who is going to be at the Stitching on the Prairie Retreat, and I said, hey, you can go on Etsy and purchase this PDF, and do you want to start it at the retreat? Because the retreat is one weekend before Halloween, and this is really fall Halloween-y looks. This is as Halloween as I'm going to get. So I really love this, and I think it's so small and easy, and I believe it only has, let's see, it has Weeks Dye Works threads, gunmetal, cognac, Oscar, oilcloth, and bark. And so I am sure I have those in stash. I'm going to pull them from stash. I might buy another set when I'm at Prairie Moon. I'm going to bring all different counts of fabric, small cuts, for anybody who would like to start this with us. So if you would like to start As the Crow Flies Pinkeep, and you're going to the Prairie Moon Primitives Stitch It on the Prairie Retreat next weekend, please go to her Etsy shop, buy the PDF, and you'll be able to get it instantly and then stitch along with us. And we will share our threads because it's not going to take that much thread. And so we won't need a full skein. And I just thought it would be fun if a bunch of people started it with us that was going to be at the retreat. And so if you are going and there's a certain count of fabric that you would like, I can bring you the count of fabric. So just let me know and I'll bring it from my stash, and hopefully it'll be something you like and you can start it with us. Or you can buy fabric at Prairie Moon. I mean, whatever you want, but I just thought I'd bring some options just to encourage everybody to start it with us. I am also making all my gifts for Prairie Moon. I don't know how many table gifts to make because they're long tables, and mostly everybody in my stitching group is my friend, so it's hard. And so we'll see how it goes. We'll see how many things get made. I am super excited for the retreat. I am also going to bring batting and a couple of the other supplies, interfacing and things like that, for anybody who needs it and doesn't just have it on hand. I do, because I'm a quilter as well, and I have a bunch of leftover batting, and I buy interfacing to whenever I feel like making a bag or anything like that. So I have all of those things. I know there are a couple of other things that are on the list that probably will be at Prairie Moon as well, but I will be bringing extra batting and extra interfacing for anybody who needs any. So just a little heads up there. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. I cannot wait. And so that's all of the Stitching on the Prairie information that I had. I wanted to bring up one more thing. I mentioned that first, the Jingle Ball tickets and classes go on sale tonight. I believe it's 7 Eastern. So for everybody in Oklahoma and everybody, in Texas and everything that watches, It'll be 6 o'clock our time. So I'm almost positive this video will go live Saturday morning. So there's that. So don't forget to sign up for the Jingle Ball if you can attend, and don't forget to sign up for the classes even if you cannot attend the classes, because that's the only way to get those charts. And for me, I really want those pairs. Even though I more than likely will not finish them myself, I would still like the ability. And then you can go back and watch the class recording 30 days after the event has been over. So it's a really, really good deal. I don't know how much classes cost, but I don't think they're expensive. And I'm going to choose a PDF option because I'm just going to use all my own stuff. Okay, another Christmas note. This is probably too late to do this year, but my friend Angie and I are going to do this next year, and I just thought it would be fun to share with everybody. I don't know where the source of this came from, but this is a list. And let me see if I can get that to where you can screenshot it if you want to. I'm all shaky. And it's called Secret Stitchy Sister 12 Days of Christmas. And so what this is that you and another person, or you draw a name, or however you want to do it. If you want to do it with a group, if you want to do it with just one other person, either way will work. And what there are 12 prompts so that you can make your Stitchy sister a 12 Days of Christmas surprise box. So she will know, based on the prompts that she's doing for you, what each day will be. So let me just give you an example. Well, I'll just read this to you day by day. So on the first day of Christmas, my Stitchy sister gave to me a skein of fancy floss. Then second day is a lesser known skein of floss from a dyer. So somebody other than DMC, Gast, Weeks, or Classic Colorworks. So that could be Roxy floss, that could be any lesser known floss dyer. The third day is a sheet of stickers for my book of days or cross stitch planner. I love that. And these are all very affordable. There's nothing that's going to break the bank, and you can collect these throughout the year so that you can create this great experience for a person that will really appreciate it, because it's, you know, based on these prompts. On the fourth day, a set of floss drops. The fifth day is a needle minder. The sixth day is a Christmas sweet treat. Seventh day is a Mill Hill kit. Eighth day is a scissor fob. On the ninth day, a chart from their favorite designer. 10th day, a fat quarter of fabric. 11th day, a project bag. And on the 12th day, a stitched ornament. So I'll put this up again. I just thought this was a fantastic idea. I am definitely doing this next year. 1000% doing this next year with my friend Angie. I'm so excited. I can't wait to collect the items all through the year, and then by Christmas time, it's going to be a whole extravaganza, because there's going to be so much yellow goodness in mine. So I'm super excited. And you know, a lot of times we have those spare color and cotton skeins that we got as a special, that are special, you know, edition or limited edition, or, you know, skein of fancy floss. And there's just so many great things that you could put together for your stitchy friends. And so I have a copy of this. If anybody would like a copy of it, comment below your Instagram or something, and I'll try to take a picture of it and send it over to you. Or you can even email me at These Solo Stitchers, and I'll email you a copy, because it's a little bit difficult to read, but I'll try to do that for as long as, let me go here. So just in case anybody gets a chance to screenshot it, or if you want to do it, I thought it was a great idea, and I thought it would be so fun. And as I'm getting ready for feeling all the Christmas feels, even though my birthday month is November, and so I'm going to be real selfish that month, and who knows what I'm going to start. I know I'm going to start a Fox and Rabbit Patreon chart. I think I've narrowed it down. So I'm excited about that. And I'm excited to tell you guys all about the Stitching on the Prairie Retreat next time in my next video. So thank you so much for watching. That is all I have to share today. I hope everybody has a great weekend, and I'll see you in a couple weeks. Happy stitching. Bye.